I used to read these posts for fun, looking for scare and distraction from my complicated life. But now, I'm constantly scared. I'm writing this post to ask if anyone else had similar experiences and how they dealt with it. My name is Matt, and I'm a single father living in an old house that I inherited from my grandfather. About a year ago, my daughter Riley began talking to an imaginary friend. I thought it was cute at first. I figured imaginary friends are pretty common in kids her age, and with a healthy outlet considering what she's been through. I can't even remember my own mom telling me I had one when I was a kid. But for the past 6 months, my house has had weird things going on in it. Items moving or falling for no explainable reasons. Lights flickering, weird noises, that kind of thing. My girlfriend Sarah won't spend the night anymore because she is scared of my house, especially at night. She has claimed that she sees shadows move in the dark. She hears scary noises at night. I felt all these same things. I've been trying hard to explain them away as paranoia and the normal creaks of an old house. Sometimes I get cold suddenly, but it's localized. I mean, just one part of my arm or the back of my neck. Sometimes I wake up and I can't breathe, like someone was holding a hand to my face or sitting on my chest. At night, I'll hear whispers and growls from different rooms, in my closet or under my bed. Most alarmingly, I've been getting scratched. A few times in the shower, I begin feeling a burning sensation on my back, only to look at myself in the mirror and see pink scratch marks on my shoulders and my lower back. I've also woken up to find scratches on my stomach, legs, and arms. My latest scratch on my chest was actually bleeding. My daughter is now 4.5 years old. She calls her friend the Red Girl. She's drawn pictures of this friend of hers, and at first they were pretty much what you would expect. She would draw herself next to me standing outside our house, with the sun in the sky. She would use a few crayons to color me and herself, the house, and the sky. She would be holding the hand of a girl, taller than her but shorter than me. The girl was all in red, face, body, and dress, all in red, and her smile would take up her entire circle head. But the pictures changed over time. The sun disappeared from her pictures, the house got smaller and less nice looking. The red girl would get drawn bigger sometimes. Sometimes I wasn't even in the pictures. The latest picture, and frankly, the reason why I'm writing this, I'm looking at this right now, is the red girl standing over a man lying in the bed. The red girl's outlines has been colored with repeated, hard-pressed strokes. She's huge, towering over the bed, and her smile is bigger than her head. The red girl's eyes are huge, and I'm ashamed to admit this, terrifying. I can't explain how a crayon-colored picture from a 4-year-old is capable of producing these feelings in a grown man, but it is. When I asked Riley who this man was, she simply answered, "It's you, Daddy." I asked her why the red girl was in my room standing over my bed and smiling so big. She sniffed back a little tear and told me, "She's happy because she killed you." I should probably interject here with a little background. My wife died 2 years ago when Riley was just a little past her 2nd birthday. I realize it's weird for a 4-year-old to be so preoccupied with death or even be capable of understanding killing. But our lives have been rough, and my little girl has had to learn what death is. I don't like talking about this, but I feel this has a significant bearing on our family situation and why my daughter may seem a little bit different than an average kid her age. One more thing worth mentioning is that my daughter has no scratches or incidents. She doesn't even wake up in the middle of the night screaming or crying. Whatever is going on, it seems to be leaving her alone. She is becoming increasingly scared and distrustful of the red girl, but she has not been hurt. Now, I've done my research neither my daughter nor I have any sleeping disorders or night terrors. There's no history of mental illnesses in my family that I'm aware of. My daughter seems to have no early signs of coping issues with the death of her mother. She's only 4, and while she asks questions, she's very smart. Happy child. Apart from her imaginary friends, there are no indicators that these events are being caused by her acting out. I also feel the need to point out that she gets regular checkups at the doctor, and they don't see any clinical signs of pediatric mental illness. I've heard of so-called shadow people. I've even researched ghosts and demons. I've watched hours of videos and documentaries about all those paranormal things, hoping that something could provide an answer or at least some clue as to how I can return my house a normal, safe place. And all these things happened before I knew what these things were all about or watched any video, so it's not that I'm creating these problems after learning and watching. I realize that about now, you are all asking yourself for pictures and videos to support my claims. I have chosen not to upload or post any of my daughter's pictures. Maybe I will in the future if I need to, but I feel I've done enough to describe them. And I'm choosing to protect as much of our private lives as possible while at the same time minimizing mine and my kids' internet presence. As far as videos go, I simply can't afford to buy Wi-Fi cameras and other such devices. Like I said, I'm a single father and I just make enough money to pay the bills, take care of my kid, and provide some kind of life for us as well as keep a girlfriend. I've used my cell phone to take pictures of my scratches and try to catch evidence of things while I'm sleeping, but believe me, I've captured nothing. I've seen lots of videos with so-called evidence, I'll admit. I've seen videos that make me scratch my head, but I've seen way more videos that are obviously social media greedy, attention-grabbing nonsense. I've not been able to capture even one video or image that reveals anything even remotely intriguing. If it was my daughter or any other person, I would have seen them. If it was a ghost or a demon, I would have seen that too. I have not captured anything. I wish I could, either way, to explain this or provide any sort of evidence to show people. I burn sage and trickle salt all around my house. I can't afford to pay for a medium to cleanse my house, but I am saving up for that. I never played with the Ouija board or invited any spirits into my house. While I'm not a religious person, I even talked to a priest and invited him to try and help. Father Christopher was very nice, and even came out to talk to Riley and look around my house. He calmly told me he didn't feel anything on my house and that he believes my daughter and I are manifesting these problems because of the tragedies we endured. He suggested I come to church on Sunday. The occurrences have only become more frequent and severe. I think I've lost control of this thing and I know I need help. If anyone has questions, please comment below. I'm willing to provide almost any information that you think may be relevant to helping me fix this.